The next photo is of this Charlie character from the film Trick or Treat. And right next to that one, Dr. Jimmy posted a photo of Charlie Brown. So I'll let Dr. Emmett Brown take that one.
Yep. Dr. Jimmy posted the top picture was Charlie, you know, the little fat kid from Trick or Treat that gets killed by the principal because he was stealing candy and smashing pumpkins. Down below it, you had Charlie Bucket from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with his golden ticket. And then down below it, you have like Charlie Brown like dead or something. And if you combine all those together, you have the fat kid Charlie from Trick or Treat, who ate too much chocolate and got poisoned by the principal, threw up chocolate. And then below him, he had Charlie in the Willy Wonka factory, candy factory, who, you know, the candy connects with Halloween / Trick or Treat. Yeah. And then down below, you have Charlie Brown. And whoever hasn't seen the film would probably be like, what the hell does that have to do with anything? In the first story of the principal, his son comes back and he's looking out the window in the backyard to seeing the father burying the kid that he just killed. And the father's yelling at him like, shh, quiet, don't bring any notice back here and everything. And he goes like, when are we going to go trick-or-treating or carve a pumpkin? And he's like, we'll do that in a little bit, but be quiet. And then he comes back and the kid starts screaming again. And he's like, go watch Charlie Brown. And then we can, you know, carve the pumpkin. And the kid's like, Charlie Brown's an asshole. So that all connects to Trick or Treat. So will we see it this year? I don't know, but those pictures were all connecting to that. So, and they're all named Charlie. And remember that picture he had, John, of Charlie Chaplin?
True, Charlie Chaplin. Mm-hmm.
It's another Charlie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Neil, what do you think on Trick or Treat?
Yeah, I mean, after what I think we spoke a month or two ago between us ourselves, and I knew it was on the list of IPs. Plus, I think it was Mr. Oronites pointed out to us, didn't he? That was it Universal? Was it Halloween Horror Nights at Universal liked the Trick or Treat Facebook page or the Legendary page or something, or Twitter? I knew that was a while back. And then obviously after watching Vic's video, I forgot about I've seen the film twice, and I couldn't remember the Charlie Brown reference, and then when Vic said it, I remembered it. And yeah, it all fits in. It fits in as well with the way Dr. Jimmy does his clues. He is emphasising on a bit part character, but to an extent where it makes it viable that profit will come. Because he's like Vic just said, he's a Charlie Brown, Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, Charlie Chaplin, and the fat kid Charlie, in a sense, who's actually out the film. He's not just put one picture up, he's put the one picture and then references to that character. So, yeah, I mean, I can see it being there, because a lot of people do want it. It's like, we were just talking about Cabin. It's a cult film. There's not really too many of them around to the extent what people want. I'm not like this Trick or Treat a lot.
And it's a big enough cult film to be getting a sequel too now, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Plus, we talked the other day, didn't we, Vic, as well? They've kind of already done a scare zone type with the kids. Was it? I always forget again. Was it 18 or 19 when they did the school bus and then all the kids go off?
Yeah, 18. Yep.
So, which was obviously a reference to that film.
Yeah.
I think was it out? Yeah. So I mean, but it's another one as well where it's they could easily do an house on it because there's lots of little side stories. So you don't have to just concentrate on the kids that are dead.
Yeah, this could also be a scare zone too.
Yeah, me and John were discussing this too. If they put that scare zone over by, the Central Park forest area where they can put all the pumpkins up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You could have the characters walking around there in the fog, and then you can have a random Sam running around with his lollipop, Yeah.
Here's one for you. Do you think they'd they'd put the schoolhouse back out, even though it's no reference to the film as such.
They could if they wanted
They
to.
had that, yeah. Just
Yeah, they
have
could
actually,
if they wanted to, yeah. But my guess is that they would probably use that bus again.
Yeah, well, definitely the bus would be there, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
So now, another photo. He posted a photo of these 3 Japanese women, which I think are geishas, because in one of his cryptic videos, he talks of, he sings a song called 3 Little Meats We Are, or something like that, and it's precisely of these, like, geishas performing, singing, and whatnot. And at the very end of that video, Dr. Jimmy says, "If you think this is rather gay," which then I connected gay with geisha. So HHN brought a good point up, that maybe this connects with perhaps an urban legend, a myth, folklore from the Japanese culture, and there's many things that they can do with that. So this could be like an original house based on one of those things or various. Then the other possibility, that this is my own speculation, is that perhaps it could be a tie-in with the World War II Nightingales house. And perhaps the setting would be that maybe we go into like this town somewhere in Asia or something, or maybe an island in the Pacific, and we would encounter the Nightingales there battling and preying on the Japanese and or American soldiers there. But yeah, Neil, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the Nightingales, to house is it's building up a lot of steam, especially we read on the forums, a lot of people are saying it could return. It's obviously, for me, this is the one of the ones I think is going to be obviously the original house, whether it's an urban legend or Nightingales. I don't see it tying in with any IP. So yeah, it's hard to go off if it's an original house. We obviously won't know really until we either get another clue or it's released. But yeah, I mean, you make a really good point with the World War II, obviously. So yeah, I mean, I could easily just see it being either and not being shocked if it's an urban legend or if they do Nightingales too. So what do you think, Vic?
Yeah, I agree. And I think it would be actually a cool direction to put the Nightingales in. I would actually like to see that story of World War II and stuff. So I didn't get to experience the first one, so I would be really cool to see if they do another one again.
So I tell you, I know it's not to do with that, but what I'd love this year if they had, because obviously I was trying to see what the comedy house could be this year, or the comedy relief. I'd love an HR Blood and Guts sequel house, which we'll probably never ever get. But if they did Nightingales, I think, like John said and you said, it would be a great direction to go in, because I think they kind of stuck with it, with what to do with the house, so it doesn't go like Havoc, where it's just the same as the predecessor.
Insidious. Photo that he posted that wasn't like just like by itself that could hint to Insidious, but I mean, in relation with the
could say your
video.
The only thing about Insidious is that it's highly rumored. That's about it. That people want. Didn't people want it or something? Because I saw videos of the. I watched videos of the Hollywood one. I wasn't too that impressed with it. I mean, it looked cool and stuff, but they had too many. What do you call it? Too many of the what do you call them? Like the mannequins that are just sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stationary.
Last year, that house was probably the most asked for house, I thought, last year. Insidious.
Yeah.
For Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and we've seen in the past, haven't we, if they ask for an house, we don't get it that year because obviously they've already earmarked which IPs, but they may then go to get it for next year because they'd obviously already decided that they wasn't doing Insidious at Orlando. Because what else was it? Was it they did Cabin in the Woods instead of Insidious at Orlando? The Chosen were also Insidious, didn't they?
All I remember is that somebody asked about Insidious, and he goes, I think it was Aiello, or I can't remember who said it, but they said your Insidious was basically dead end.
That's the problem we've got in it with Insidious, because it's paranormal. You're restricted, and once you've done an house like Dead End, you're just doing a cheaper, well, it sounds that, but a cheaper version of
Same
Dead
with,
End.
what do you call it, from 2010, the Wyandotte State.
Oh, yeah.
We had our paranormal house then, too. And I think, wasn't Psychoscarapy that year, Ghost House as well?
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, I'd prefer a Dead End 2 rather than an Insidious house.
Yeah.
Final thing is Michael's Twitter announcement that he recently filmed a video announcement in an archive room, and that it was gonna be posted soon. That we'll all see it soon. So yeah, Vic, what do you think about that?
This again takes me back to maybe an announcement for Alien, because this month on the 25th is the 35th anniversary of Alien. So it would, if they wanted to do, it may be too early for stuff like that, but you never know though. It could be an announcement for Alien, or it could be something totally different. I'm not too sure.
Neil?
What do you think, Neil?
My things, I'm thinking archive room. Like you say, it may be too early to announce something, but I've got a feeling they're announcing Jack the Clown's coming back in some capacity. And that's why it's at the archive room, indicating that it's something that's been there before. Because obviously when they did the 20 Years of Fear, they did the thing in the archive room there, didn't they, the trailer? So.
Oh
Yeah. So.
Oh, that's true.
And that was in the that attraction. That was what it was all the old icons. But I just think it's for Jack the Clown. I think as well, last year it indicated with the pins and the vinyls that he probably will be coming back at some point to HHN due to the fact that they released them. So
yeah, they were probably testing to see if he would sell. People interested in Jack.
Yep. And plus by putting him in Cabin in the Woods as well.
Yep.
You know, they put him up top like an Easter egg. So, but yeah, I just think it's going to be an announcement for Jack the Clown. I think so. That's just my 2 cents worth.
Yeah, I think with the archive room, I think it's maybe referring to an archive room in relation with Halloween Horror Nights past. So I think that it could be Jack the Clown again, because there's many since the very beginning, even last year, there's been big rumors on like, oh, Jack is coming back, and back in the VIP lounge, and Owen Disney made this really good point in one of his videos. He said that back in the VIP lounge in 2010, some Art and Design members, I don't know who it was that said that, or was it, a few of them, but whatever. They said that all the icons except one were gonna go on hiatus for a while, and that exception's Jack. So yeah, we could be seeing Jack again this year. I would like him back. I don't mind at all. Jack is one of the great icons, So I'm all for Jack.
Yeah. Just another one, Jim. I mean, it's kind of not referring to that, but after HHN 19, they said it was going to be a new age of horror, a new year of fear, and they wasn't going to do movie houses anymore at Orlando. And then I think they did it after 20 actually, HHN 20, sorry. And then the year after, they just went straight to the Thing, and since then we've just been inundated with movie houses. But I think it's the same. I think they took away the icons and said they won't be used now. But Jack the Clown's probably the most popular icon they've ever had, and I think it was kind of a bit of a daft move to kind of say that they probably wouldn't use the icons again, considering it's an easy way of pleasing the cult following of HHN fans without having to shell out mega money for an house.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so.
Hey, John, should we mention that blog too?
Oh shit.
Yeah, this one.
Where Aiello was talking about Kim and how they're working on a last house or something, and he mentions Jack. Yep, that right there.
No, just before, if you want to edit this part out, just a thing as well. Have you seen this line? Where is it now? Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Where's it got? Yeah, he says about the icon Jack. He says about budgeting while keeping our eye on the goal, which I thought was a bit of a strange thing to say. So he goes on about we're in daily talks with we are in daily talks with horror property licenses, creative sessions with the team finalising treatments to be budgeted and while keeping our eyes on the goal. And that's a bit strange, that, considering the other day I got told that the budgets have been cut.
It's true.
Bit of a strange thing to put in, I thought. Is it an early thing to try and say that when people start moaning, say, well, we did state that we have to budget. You know. Well, maybe it's just a play, I don't know, maybe it's just a bit of thing. But yeah, the thing about Jack the Clown, to me, indicates that Jack the Clown's just coming back. It's a no-brainer. And with Dr. Jimmy's, me and Vic were talking about the photos Dr. Jimmy put on of clowns. So.
Yeah, and didn't it say in that blog too that I forget, I'm gonna butcher his last name, but Kim was it Grimal?
Yeah.
One of the A&D designers. Yeah. Wasn't he? Didn't say he helped create Jack, or is the creator of Jack?
Yeah. Kim's leaving, and it says Kim has designed an untold amount of content for HHN, including the look of our greatest icon Jack. And I find this week that we pay close attention to the little things in our process together. See, the thing is as well, they could be putting Jack in there to honour Kim.
Exactly.
Yeah, I never thought of that. Good idea, yeah.
Exactly.
Good thinking.
Because they always put, do you remember when I did the Walking Dead Lights on tour, and there's a woman that died that used to work for Universal A&D, and they put, they named, I think it was the shop in, what's it called in Walking Dead now, the little town that they had, where the governor was.
Woodbury?
Woodbury, yeah.
Was it Woodbury?
And they put they put a thing up with her name, like the shop or something it was, I can't remember exactly. So, just to honour her, so they do little things like that, I think, by putting Jack in the part, but not making him like an icon or such or something. It's a way of honouring someone that's obviously worked with Mike for years, so.
That could also, be hinting towards all those clown pictures too.
Guys, that's it. Now, Dr. Jimmy is not done. He still has more things to put up. 2 more cryptic performance videos, which I think he's talking about the houses, and he's gonna put way more stuff for the event, which I think could be the scare zones and whatnot. But yeah, guys, that's it. So stay tuned for more information coming soon. So I'm Psycho Massacre Films.
I'm UKHHM.
Dr. Emmett Brown 1, and this is Horror Nights Updaters. Bye, guys. See you next time.
See ya.
Bye, guys.